Oh, what a day, what a week. And that is the way that we're going to make this one a better one, right?
That is the sound of glorious bliss, I think.
Yes. Yes. You were just talking about, we were just talking before the show went on about all the beers that you're going through the store now, and it's kind of overwhelming. The pandemic really definitely got some people creative, and now we're getting to reap all the benefit of it.
Yeah, I mean, overwhelming and very exciting at the same time. I mean, you would think it's hard to find a new beer to try each and every week, but it's really not, folks. So I invite you to join me and join us along our craft beer adventure each and every week.
That's right. That's right. Well said. Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 66 for August 3rd, 2021. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Some housekeeping before we start. Thank you to Patreon super supporter Cowboy Jack Durango for his contribution to the Beer Baseball blog on the power hitter level. Thank you, Cowboy. Thank you to Patreon super supporter Rachel Elnar for her contribution on the power hitter level. Thank you, Rachel, so much. And thank you to Patreon supporter Scott Loss for his contribution on the cleanup hitter level. Check out his comics and merchandise at accidentalaliens.com. If you would like to be a Patreon supporter and help out the Beer Baseball blog and all of our endeavors, you can go over to patreon.com/beer baseball. You can also support us by buying stickers, buttons, beer coasters on our Etsy page. Search Beer Baseball on Etsy. And here's a lineup card for today. Kevin Lyon running just a little bit late tonight, but he'll be here shortly. But batting leadoff is the VP of Content Development here at the Beer Baseball blog, Angelo Trinidad. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Hey, Michael. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, episode 66. Michael, thank you as always for having me. I'm looking at the comments now, so I appreciate you guys being interactive. This is going to be a fun episode today. So, I'm excited to be here and excited to have you guys come along on this journey with us.
Yeah, there's I can't believe every time I say the number of the episode, 66. It doesn't even seem possible that we've gone 66. Well, 67. We always qualify that with the pilot episode, but we've done it for 67 straight weeks of the Beer Baseball Blogcast. It's I think I determined it's just a little under a year. What is it? A year and 4 months or something like that. It's pretty amazing, and it's been a great journey. I've learned a lot about baseball and craft beer, and it's been fun just to get together every week and do this, and especially with two great friends and meeting friends and extending our circles in the baseball and craft beer world. Speaking of which, Angelo, what are you drinking tonight?
So I'm really excited about this. And as I was browsing the aisle of my local Trader Joe's, I was drawn to this because of the artwork and the name. And I was hesitant on getting this because I know Michael had this on the show previously, but I couldn't help myself. So look how cute that bunny is holding a chainsaw. So today I'll be having from Paperback Brewing Company, Bunny with the Chainsaw Double Hazy IPA. So those of you guys that are following closely, you've known I've grown an affinity for hazy IPAs. And this one is 8.2 ABV with an IBU of 48. So right in my wheelhouse of 45 to 55. So right here live on the blogcast, let's get that. Ooh, that's a very citrusy aroma. Okay, so I can smell a little bit of citrus there. You can definitely not see my hand behind the haziness there. Wow. Okay, so I can definitely tell it's a double hazy because it's a little bit on the drier side.
Yep.
But the citrus notes in there are very very apparent and very strong. I don't know what hops are in here. It doesn't show me on our on the Untapped website, um, but yeah, it's really really good. I can definitely tell it's a little bit more dry than a typical hazy IPA, but definitely very good.
Yeah, actually, it has Idaho 7 and Mosaic hops. So I actually frequent the Paperback LA website. So if you want to check out, I mean, I was telling Angelo, he was asking me before if I had this beer, and I said yes, I actually had it earlier on another blogcast, but Paperback has become our favorite brewery that we've never been to, and it's only because of the artwork first, and then we tasted the beer, and the beer is outstanding. So it's like it's definitely a no-brainer for us, and I keep on seeing new selections showing up each time. At it's actually at a liquor store down the street, but I've actually been seeing other people posting that it's been. Oh, where did you get this one? You said Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's, yeah.
Okay, so it's popping up more in supermarkets and Trader Joe's and in places where you can get beer. And it was just like one of those I think Office Space was the first one that I had, and it was really good. And I was just kind of struck by the artwork that was on it. And so, yeah, definitely check out paperback.la. That's their website. Paperback Brewing out of, I think it's over by where the LA Zoo is. It's close to Glendale, but Glendale, Burbank area. So well, I'm looking forward to checking that out in person, and definitely giving them some love over there. And also, I mean, it's like this one. I think this one's going to be their most popular beer because it just has that cute but yet obviously with a chainsaw. So it's like so this might be their signature beer for all I know at this point.
Yeah, and I love the tagline on the can. If you guys can't see that on the photo, it says, "His cuteness will cut you to pieces."
Yeah, everything they do is
So
definitely
awesome.
has some great things. And then there was one of my other favorite beers was Road Rage on the 405, and that also
Whoa,
sucked me into. That's a great one.
choose that's 100% truth.
So Kevin actually has this beer, which I cannot wait to hear more about. This is the pint-sized Hawaiian Pizza Party Tiki IPA, and so this is from Boulevard Brewing out of Kansas City. And now we did not plan this, and I can't wait to hear more about this beer. But we did not plan this. I actually have from the same brewery. I have the Calling IPA. This is a double IPA. It says bursting forth with unmistakable tropical fruit and pine hop aromas. It's supported with a slightly sweet malt character and tapers to a crisp, dry finish. 8.5 ABV and 75 IBU, so a little bit higher than I usually do. But this should make for a very interesting blogcast. So, yeah, this and on top of this can, you can see where it says the Smokestack series. That kind of struck me too. So I'm assuming that it'll have like a smoky flavor to it, which it actually does. So oh yeah, I don't know if you can. Yeah, this is really 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 robust. Definitely has those tropical fruit flavors and pine hop aromas. Yeah, that's about right. It's probably I'm more towards like a kind of a West Coast IPA
Yep.
fan, and I would say this one is more towards a oh, what would be an accurate thing? I probably have to. Yeah, this seems to have like a little bit more German influence to it. But yeah, definitely one that you should seek out. They are I believe they're a macrobrewery, so it's not true craft beer in the true sense where it's small batch. But from what I remember, is that this is actually one of those breweries that was a very good independent. So they were actually picked up, and to get the distribution that they need, you have to have those bigger players to get it across the country. But yeah, this is really super good. I definitely recommend this one. Let me go to, I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Cowboy Jack Durango, thank you so much. Yes. Arnold Palmer seltzers and vodka. Okay.
I didn't know Arnold Palmer seltzers existed, but yeah.
I know. Is that a brand or is that a homemade concoction? Yeah. So Cowboy Jack Durango, definitely active in the chat. Thank you so much. Mr. Biggs Baseball. Hey, yeah. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. When we used to go to Hall of Fame baseball cards, Mr. Big Baseball was there cracking packs. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, Chad M is another Hall of Famer. Yeah, thank you so much. If Sports Cards,
Ian,
how you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Ian, definitely. David, thank you for joining tonight. All right, so let's get to it. Hopefully, Kevin can get here as soon as he can. We'll pop him in when he does. And let me go to this. There we go. All right, so let's go to this day in baseball history for August 3rd. And we start out with August 3rd, 1948. Negro League legend Satchel Paige makes his first major league start, hurling 7 innings, leading the Indians over the Senators 5-3. Before this game, the future Hall of Famer made 8 appearances, all in relief, compiling a 1-1 record for the Indians. And speak of the devil, look at it.
The devil.
Kevin Lyon.
I'm the devil. Dick called me the devil.
You remember Satchel Paige? You remember when this happened, right?
Yeah, I remember Leroy. You know?
Leroy, you're on first name basis with him.
Yeah, of course. You know.
Yeah, this is one of those pitchers that God, he was in his 40s, I think, when he started. Is that right?
When he made it to the Indians finally, yeah. I believe
So, I mean, he could have had like this storied career. Obviously, things were much different in the 40s when it came to baseball. But finally got his chance and did really well, and became Hall of Famer as well, and definitely well deserved. And one of those guys that I would definitely like to do more research on, because he is he's definitely one that I think everybody, if you're a true baseball fan, you should definitely know his story, because he was a special one.
And I mean, he was around till like his late 40s, not early 50s. There were still like teams bringing him in, you know, and just giving him a shot.
Yeah, he just kept on playing and kept on playing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
August 3rd, 1957, Pirates manager Bobby Bragin hears that he has been fired on the radio and replaced by Philadelphia third base coach Danny Murtaugh. Pittsburgh general manager Joe L. Brown leaked the news of the hiring before informing Bragin. So this is the equivalence, I guess, in the 50s of finding out on Twitter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But very interestingly enough, he was replaced by the third base coach, Danny Murtaugh from Philadelphia.
Yep.
But actually, this was actually a big deal, because Danny Murtaugh managed the Pittsburgh Pirates on 4 separate occasions, and guided the Pirates to the first of 2 World Series championships they won under his command. He was the manager in 1960 when they stunned the New York Yankees in the with Bill Mazeroski's walk-off homer in Game 7. And then also in 1971, we talk about it all the time, that really great team that was highlighted by Roberto Clemente, who batted .414 with 12 hits to lead the Pirates to the championship. So definitely, this was a bit actually a bigger deal than it seemed at first glance. August 3rd, 1959, for the first time in Major League history, a second All-Star game takes place in the same season. The American League goes on to post a 5-3 victory at the Los Angeles Coliseum when the White Sox second baseman Nellie Fox singles in Tony Kubek with the decisive run in the top of the 7th. Yeah, we've talked about this a bit. This was one of 2 times that they had 2.
Couple times, yeah.
Yeah, All-Star games.
They did for a couple of years there, yeah.
Yeah, this could probably never happen again, but that would be pretty interesting to have 2 All-Star games.
I mean, you would have to do it. Actually during the playoffs, right after the playoffs. I mean, it depends if you really want to do it.
Oh, that would be
But it could be. But it could be treated like how the Pro Bowl is in the NFL, where like everyone just looks at it as, let's just go to Hawaii for a quick vacation.
Right. I never thought of it that way.
That won't even play, or they'll play like I'm gonna play a quarter, then I'm out.
Yeah, everything I think about it is like that makes me think it won't happen.
Yeah.
Also in that game, Yogi Berra will hit a 2-run home run off Dodgers right-hander Don Drysdale in the 3rd inning. The home run will be the last one hit by a Yankee in an All-Star game for 41 years until Derek Jeter homers in 2001.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, this is a fun one. August 3rd, 1967, Charlie Finley fires his manager Alvin Dark after the two disagree over the owner's handling of player discipline. Charlie O had fined and suspended Lou Kraus for the pitcher's reported rowdy behavior on a team flight. I'm sure it was nothing like the 86 Mets flight.
How do you know? You never
That's
know
very true.
Some of those greenies. I mean, look
That's
how
very
crazy
true.
he is. He wrote the fabulous Hawk on his glove. He's crazy.
Well, speaking of that, and this prompted the team's first baseman Ken Hawk Harrelson, who will also be released, to call the A's owner a menace to the sport. Now,
I'm sure a lot of people were saying that behind closed doors between the
he
had some nutty ideas.
He did,
definitely not very beloved.
No, he definitely wanted to change the sport in a lot of ways and getting crazy. But we need these Mavericks in baseball because that's how things change. But we find out that they don't actually need that much changing. But Angelo, I'm gonna throw this to you. Lou Kraus. We've talked about him on a previous blogcast. What is his distinction?
Oh no, I don't remember either.
Lou Kraus.
Because I remember the name when you said, I'm like, where do we know his name? And I'm like, oh, it is from the show.
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away. That might be a little bit of a hint. I might even go as far as to say Brewers. Anybody?
Bubble Pug?
Yeah, Bubble Pug. I don't know. Bubble Pug, may not even been a. Wow, it could have been like 50 years before she was born.
Well, I think so. You mentioned Brewer. The Brewer story that we talk about that I remember that sticks out the most is the fan living in the scoreboard. Or
yes,
whatever.
that's a great one, but not it. But very very actually good on you on that one. Lou Kraus actually was the very first pitcher in Milwaukee Brewers history.
Oh, there
he
you
was
go.
the first starter in April 7th of 1970. Now, Bud Hawk Harrelson, Angelo, how do you what's his claim to fame?
I don't even want to guess.
He's Woody's father, obviously.
yes.
Woody Harrelson's father, right?
You know
what, Michael? That would be a miracle if I was right on that, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic. And actually,
I'm trying to make a Miracle Met joke because I think he was on the Mets, wasn't he?
Well, it would make sense because Sam Malone was a pitcher, right? So, so him being Hawk Harrelson's son, but not true. Ken Hawk Harrelson is actually the Ford C. Frick Award winner and actually hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame. He actually still is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But he was a really outspoken White Sox broadcaster. And but when I was doing research on this, Kevin,
yes, sir.
I think that we've definitely found someone that we definitely need to explore a little bit more on. And
look at it right there. Look how stylish he is.
Okay,
and I'm talking about the guy behind him with the pants. Hey, look at those pants that guy's wearing.
Yes, but when I show you this,
Oh,
okay,
gee.
holy cow.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember the picture on the right, but then I started doing some more research. I'm like, look, I don't remember the Sports Illustrated, the Swinger,
I don't remember that cover. That's
which is fantastic.
So
By the way,
I was thinking he was on the Mets at some point, but maybe I'm mixing him up with somebody else.
I think you're thinking of Bud Harrelson.
No,
I think
maybe.
is it Bud? Wait a minute.
Maybe, I don't know. I got to figure that out.
Yeah, the one that
That's
got in a
amazing
fight with.
cover. Look at that.
I think the one that got in a fight with Pete Rose at second base. I think it's Bud Harrelson. Okay, so this would be enough to go further into, but wait till you see this.
Oh no!
Okay,
What?
so
What's happening here?
So Charles Finley actually would take this mule, and it was called Charlie O the Mule, and he would actually take it to other stadiums because it was so popular, and he would pay the players to ride it. And this is Bud Harrelson on the mule.
He's hanging on for dear life.
Wow!
Oh my God! So like when I saw this picture kept on coming up as I started looking at this.
That's
I'm like,
crazy because that's a pretty big mule. My
Oh my
God!
God,
Because I'll say
totally.
he looks pretty small on that thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it got me thinking, and then I kept on seeing this book. So I'll talk about the other book that we're reading right now too, that you've already read actually. But I think we need to like put this book on the required reading list.
Yeah.
And
I also apologize to Ken Harrelson because I was mixing him up with Bud Harrelson.
Okay. Yeah. And so yeah. Oh my God. Like we definitely and. I didn't put down the description of it, but I think that he had like some fallouts with like Frank Sinatra, and some other people about back in the 60s and 70s. So he was very outspoken. So I can't wait to learn more about him.
Yeah. 33 years he's been out. I mean, he started with it said 33 years with the White Sox. I'm assuming he's still with them.
Oh no, he retired.
He did retire. Okay.
Yeah. I think he retired in 2018.
Okay.
But I think we have a new favorite announcer that we don't know anything about, and so pretty awesome. Okay, August 3rd, 1978, in a 5-4 victory against the Dodgers at Candlestick Park, Giants first baseman Willie Mccovey hits his 504th home run off Don Sutton, establishing him as the National League all-time left-handed home run leader.
Oh yeah.
Left-hander Eddie Matthews had previously the National League collecting 503 home runs, playing for the Braves and Astros, and adding another 9 for Detroit in the American League at the end of his 17-year career. So this is interesting because this day is actually pretty special for Willie Mccovey. This is only one of two, so
oh wow,
be aware of that. All right, August 3rd, 1979, at Yankee Stadium, over 51,000 mourners attend a memorial service for Thurman Munson. The Bronx Bombers captain died the day before piloting a plane that crashed 1,000 feet short of the runway at the Akron-Canton Airport. So this is obviously very tragic, and if you're like Kevin and my age, just think of like, I'm trying to think of like another catcher like this. Think of like Buster Posey would have like died in a plane crash. That's the only person I can really compare this to.
I guess so, but he played in New York where it's like an even bigger thing, and he was the captain of the team.
Yeah,
he's the captain of the team with Reggie, and all these guys who are on on those teams.
Yeah, some big personalities. So like the fact that he died so tragically was a big deal. I remember. I mean, I was only 9 when this happened, but I remember it being a super big deal. And one of the book that we're both reading right now is called "The Captain and Me" by Dan Epstein, and Kevin, did you want to go a little bit more in depth about this book a little bit?
There's really just it's an inside look at Thurman Munson through the mind of Ron Blomberg, who we've really talked about on the show, because he just pretty much being in the right place at the right time was the first ever player to play designated hitter in a Major League Baseball game.
Right.
Because he happened to come up the first inning and then Bobby Bonds, I think, came up the top of the second in the same game for the Red Sox. So he got that. And so they were pretty much best friends. So it's a 2-point perspective. You have Ron talk about his career and then him giving an inside look at Thurman Munson, because Thurman, I could almost say he was kind of like a Jim Rice kind of player with the sports writers, in that he didn't really like to talk to sports writers very much. So he didn't get a lot of love from them. And who knows, that might be why he never really got very far on the Hall of Fame ballots as well. Because
absolutely,
he had a fantastic 10-year run. He was definitely on pace for a Hall of Fame career.
Yep. Yeah, and I kind of see that he could have been like one of the kind of Roy Halladay type of player who also tragically died in a plane accident. And but yeah, he I wonder if there's been any research to kind of research his career from the Veterans Committee about him.
I was kind of surprised that there hasn't been more of that, and hopefully maybe something like this, like a book about the guy, coming out too. But it's also interesting reading about Ron's story, his career, because he was one of those guys who was going to be, there was big things pegged for him, and then he had a couple injury breaks, and he never was able to reach the heights that Thurman did.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. You made the mistake that I've been making all the time. I heard Ron. It's Ron Bloomberg.
Oh, that's right.
And the only reason I know that is because I heard Ron Bloomberg on his cameo say that, "Hi, this is Ron Bloomberg." I'm like, "Oh, wait, you're missing an O."
Yeah. We're just saying it wrong. That's all.
Yeah, and I want to announce right now that Ron Bloomberg is. I guess he had his Twitter hacked. And he's now back on Twitter, and he was asking for people. We actually retweeted it. Who's following the Beer Baseball blog on Twitter? Ron Bloomberg. Thank you, Ron. I hope you're watching right now. We're definitely glad that you're on this journey with us. So thank you so much. We've definitely celebrated your accomplishments.
Yeah, and someday we're gonna hopefully do a hoppy hour. Like, it's gonna be a morning hoppy hour, but do one with Dan.
Yes, it will happen. We'll make this happen.
Yeah.
So something else that came out of this, August 3rd, 1979, that same day that the Yankees actually purchased Lenny Randle from Pittsburgh to fill the roster spot of Thurman Munson.
Oh, wow.
The 31-year-old former Pirates utility outfielder and designated hitter will appear in only 20 games for the Yankees, with Jerry Narron replacing the captain as the team's backstop. But Lenny Randle, actually, I think this was 81 or 82, has this famous play. Angelo, are you familiar with this play?
I am.
So he definitely ingenious. This is exactly what I would have done. I would have definitely blown this ball foul, which he did, but he did interfere with the ball. It was counted as a base hit. Actually, I don't know. I can't say it was a base hit. It might have been an error.
I'd say, would that be interference if he waved his glove at it?
Yeah, it could be scored a lot of things. So, but I'm sure it was scored a base hit.
Yeah.
So in doing the research for this, because I love bringing up Lenny Randle in this play because it's so amazing. When Lenny Randle was actually a coach at Waterloo, he actually had a baseball card that had this.
So great.
I didn't even know this existed, but I want this card so bad.
I might have had that set back when I was collecting minor league cards. Man, that might be a set to find there.
This is the one with Gary Sheffield and I think Doc Gooden on the Tidewater Tides. I think he was in that one.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Well, you got to remember back in this era, you would get the team set.
Yes.
It wouldn't be individual cards. It wouldn't be like you buy a pack of cards, you get it. You literally would buy the team sets.
Yeah.
Then like Waterloo would be there, or like you said, like Stockton Ports would have the Gary Sheffield set.
Right.
If DeGood was on Tidewater Tides in '87 because he went out of rehab.
Yeah.
That's a funny photo. That's great.
Yeah, I love it. August 3rd, 1982, at the request of the players, the Angels retired their first number in franchise history, honoring Gene Autry with number 26 to commemorate the team's first owner as the 26th man on the club's roster. The singing cowboy, well known for his roles in Hollywood westerns, acquired the American League Expansion Club in 1960 and owning it for the 38 years until he died in 1998. So if you're ever at Angel Stadium, this would be on the west side. They actually have the statue for Gene Autry. And I was looking this up, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Where we go to see Palm Springs for Winter League Baseball, there's a whole bunch of great Palm Springs of that stadium that we go to all the time for that.
Because there's Gene Autry Way. I'm sorry, maybe I'm thinking of it, but there's a Gene Autry Street. I think, is the airport named after him too?
Maybe
I can't remember if there is. There's some stuff definitely named after Gene Autry out there in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, who knows if he might have lived there beforehand, because obviously the Angels used to do Palm Springs for their spring training as well.
Yep. Yeah. And I want to say like Reggie Jackson was there. There's some pictures of Reggie Jackson.
If it was 82, yeah, that's Reggie's first year at them.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't imagine Reggie Jackson playing on that field. It's crazy. It's
Michael, there was someone missing in that photo. Was Pat Buttram honored as well on that particular day?
Who is it?
Oh, I was trying to get you. Pat Buttram. Where's he at? Why is he not with the Singing Cowboy?
I don't know.
Even I stumped you finally.
You did.
On one of my references. I finally stumped you.
That's awesome.
That was Gene Autry's sidekick on his back on his shows back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Of course I would know that because I was in my 50s.
You're an old war hero. What do you think about that?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Willie Mccovey, part 2. August 3rd, 1986, first ballot inductee, Giants first baseman Willie Mccovey. The Baseball Writers Association of America's only choice is enshrined in the Hall of Fame, along with the Veterans Committee selections of Red Sox second baseman Bobby Doerr and the late Ernie Lombardi, the catcher, best known for his playing days with the Reds and Giants. So this is a pretty big day for Willie Mccovey.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know, was he at the fair? And did he win an award at the fair? It looks like one of those, like, why you got the right number at the fair or something. I'm like, what is that about?
Well, if he's the only one being enshrined, I don't know why they have to like even make a big deal about it. It's like, oh, this guy, this is the only guy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play a video right now. If you're a fan of the Beer Baseball Blogcast, this is probably one of definitely the motivators.
Right. Excited.
I'm
excited.
For
I'm
the
not
Beer
ready.
Baseball Blogcast.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. Darn it.
Kevin, are you wearing socks?
Yes.
We'll prepare to have them blown off.
All right,
Angelo, you're sitting down, right? You're sitting down?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I need to stand up for part of this video if it's what I think it is.
All right. Here we go.
Sorry.
Musselman was the winner. He's 10-4 coming out of the bullpen for Toronto. Floyd Bannister was the loser, 6-9. Niekro drops it in for a strike, 2-1. New York got beat. Cleveland 2, New York nothing. Tom Candiotti threw a one-hitter for his second shutout of the season. Candiotti's no-hit bid was spoiled by Mike Easler's leadoff bloop single to center field in the 8th inning. For the game, Candiotti struck out 5 and walked 1. They are inspecting Phil Niekro and saying he's either loading up the baseball or something, and Tom Kelly's really getting into it with Dave Phillips and with Tim Cheetah. Dave Phillips took a baseball of Gaylord Perry's to New York one time.
They're checking him all over. I've never seen him do a search like this, quite like this before.
And
he's out of there.
He's been kicked out of the game.
There's my stock.
What did they find in his pocket?
I don't know.
There's my other stock.
The crew is trying to get a close-up, and they're doing a good job of trying to zero in to look at a scuffed-up baseball or something.
In the balls. Now they're going to put them in a plastic bag and do something with them.
And they'll go to the American League office.
I hope those are zippers down.
The They kicked him out of the game. They found a foreign substance coming out of his pocket, and then out. And he goes over to the first base.
Wow.
That's definitely a classic.
So
Classic
August
moment there.
3rd, 1987, home plate umpire Tim Sheeta throws out Joe Niekro after discovering an emery board on the Twins starting pitcher. The 42-year-old knuckleballer will receive an automatic 10-day suspension from the American League for defacing the ball. Now, so much to unpack here. It is the first time, like, I remember distinctly going, what is an emery board?
Yeah, no
And then from then on, I knew exactly what it was. And then what I always, even since this, I saw this, I'm still unclear as to how he took this thing and manipulated the ball. Like, was he taking it out and like screwing it into the ball, or like was he like sharpening his
He probably was-
fingernails?
I think he might have been doing it in between like batters. Like maybe he turned his back to the plate. Maybe as the batter's coming up and he has the ball and he would just mess around real quick and just then when he turns around, just slide it back in.
So is
Obviously,
this?
he had a method. The interesting part was he reached into his pockets like 3-4 times before that.
Yeah, and if you know,
I don't know if he was trying to throw him off or trying to think of another way to do it. I'm like, he would have failed as a pro wrestler. Let me tell you right now. 'Cause
Yes.
You're a wrestler. You know how to hide your gimmicks.
I was gonna say, is it like a George Animal Steel or Abdullah the Butcher, where it's like the
Like,
the
Jerry
fork?
the King Lawler used to hide it in his mouth even,
Right, totally.
Like that was poor job trying to get rid of the gimmick.
So, Angelo, do you
That should have been
have
right
you
there
seen
and
this?
picked it up and put it in his pocket.
Yeah,
ever
I
seen
do.
that footage?
Yeah, I've seen that footage before. I'm just trying to figure out, like, did he intentionally try to toss it like that, or did he just overcompensate when he pulled out the pocket to do that? Like,
Yeah.
See, you're right about the pro wrestling part of it, because I'm thinking he didn't have to throw it. Like, he could have just like grabbed it, like his pockets out, and then just kind of like go, oh, okay, and then just kind of hands it aside and just keep it in his hand.
And that'd be like the crowd be yelling at the umpire, he's got something, he's got something. He's got a foreign object. Come on, ref.
It's so crazy. Okay, so Cowboy Jack Durango is bringing up a very good question. So the thought about scuffing the ball is well, it could be a couple things. Sometimes what they do is they raise the seams, so it'd be digging in so that you could actually get more seams, so you could actually get more grip, especially on a knuckleball. You won't get any movement, so it's just more like it's the same thing as happening in baseball today, where they're trying to get more grip, if that makes sense. So that's why like the tackiness, that they get that more grip so they can spin it. In this case, for knuckleball, you actually make it so it actually like has no spin and it actually kind of moves really oddly. So but sometimes go ahead.
So I'm hashtag doing the research.
Yeah.
And it says basically, like Cowboy Jack said, you scuff the ball surface and it'll help it dramatically change course midair. Right. Very similar to the movement of a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
So, yes, in this case, as a knuckleballer, it would make complete sense that he'd want to alter the ball to do that.
Yeah.
Because he's pitching it at a much slower speed, much less velocity. But otherwise, there's really no benefit to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's he's 42, I think you said here.
Yeah, 42.
Who knows how long he might have been doing this?
Yeah, I know.
A long time.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting away with this for 15 years. It took people this long to figure it out. See, maybe he's better. Maybe he's a better pro wrestler hiding his gimmick than we thought.
So
I
think
it's like the that old pitcher in the first major league where he has like all that stuff all over him.
Yes.
He's like, you know, and if that
100%.
doesn't work, I just put a little jalapeno right here.
Yes.
You know, I make my nose run a little bit and get a little bit of
Yep.
extra spin on that ball, you know?
Yep.
So it's like all these like kind of, I guess, more compared to like old wives' tales almost. Like, is that really going to do that
Yeah.
much difference? Is scuffing the ball really going to make that much of a difference in the velocity or the movement of the ball?
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm sure the batters usually are the ones saying like he's doing something to the ball. It's not moving naturally.
Yeah,
like a ball should be. So
like Brian Downey was up there going, "What the?
Yeah.
No, come on."
and if you watch this video again,
Yeah.
you notice the first base umpire actually comes and actually starts grabbing Niekro's butt. Like, what do you have in there? Like he knew. Like they all knew.
Like, you know, but they're watching baseball at a much closer angle than we are.
That's true.
And Brian Downing has been at this point playing baseball for 15 years. He's going to know it's like, that's not how the ball goes.
Right,
I'll be able
totally.
There's no way that this guy can manipulate it like that. You know?
Totally. So that is definitely in the Hall of Fame of Beer Baseball Blogcast references right there.
Definitely.
So-
Definitely a favorite moment of mine.
But definitely this one may be added to it as well.
Oh, what do we got?
August 3rd, 1987, after his ejection in the bottom of the 12th inning for arguing a close call at first base, the Columbia Mets manager Butch Hobson yanks out the bag out of the ground and brings it into the clubhouse in protest. The ejected skipper is convinced to return the stolen property to the field because the team only has one set of bases. But not before he sprays it with bright orange to make the bag easier to see for the umpire.
Oh, my God. It's like adult softball right there, Angelo. You know, you get forward base out there.
If I could
Right.
stand up right now, I'd probably unplug everything. But I would
Thank you,
definitely Butch Hobson.
Thank you, Butch Hobson. And
Well
I
done.
applaud you for finding that A2 Donruss. Very good.
Yes, I figured you guys would appreciate that he was an old angel.
I like the card. That's a great card. I don't
But
know what that Butch Hobson card is, though. Oh my gosh.
that's yeah. I like
don't
a
recognize that at all.
field
It's probably
manager. I love
maybe
it.
Best. When Best was making cards.
Yeah. Okay, so what is Butch Hobson doing today?
I'll say he's a
I'll put it this way.
groundskeeper for a team.
No. He actually has a higher
Yes, sir.
rank. I actually have seen him. I've actually seen
I
him.
just figured he does such a good job on the base, you know.
Any guesses?
Oh,
No,
Okay.
not a clue.
okay. So let's see. You've seen him.
Yep.
Try to figure out what's he do for the Cedar Rapid Colonels. Let me throw that.
That's a great guess. You're getting close. Actually, that's close.
I think it's somewhere in the Midwest.
It is in the Midwest. That's for sure.
I'm trying to figure out what other Midwest team. He's the third base coach for the Iowa Cubs.
Good guess, but not Cubs.
Oh,
The Chicago Dogs. He's the manager
yeah.
for the
Even better.
Chicago Dogs.
Love it.
Look at those
Very good.
uniforms. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. And I didn't
What
even
is
realize
it?
that I saw him.
What kind of what coach is he? Is he manager?
He's a manager of
Oh,
the
right on.
Chicago Dogs.
Yeah, great uniform. Definitely great tribute to the city with the
Yes.
flag logo and everything.
So
right there.
good. So good. Yep. If you check out our YouTube page and check out my Chicago run, I went to a game of the Chicago Dogs, and lo and behold, Butch Hobson was the manager.
Yeah, you said it's by O'Hare too, right?
It is right next to O'Hare, and
Oh,
actually the National Card. There's a big card show that's there every year. I went in 2019, and it was just a couple last week actually.
Right.
If you into baseball cards, but it's literally I went to the National Card Show and then walked over to see the Chicago Dog. So yeah, it's right over by O'Hare.
I saw next year's convention is Atlantic City, which I was a little disappointed in
Yes.
because it's like there's like 3 or 4 potential baseball teams that's around there, but they're all like an hour and a half away. So it
Oh,
makes
that
it a little
stinks.
hard.
Oh well. August 3rd, 2010, Alex Hernberger bats for 2 different teams in 2 different cities on the same day when he pinch hits pinch hits a double for the Reno Aces, who are trailing 9-2 in the ninth inning against the Rainiers. Then, after the team's loss in Tacoma, the Diamondbacks minor leaguer will take a 30-minute plane flight to Yakima, Washington, to play in the Bears game, where he pinch hits, again, popping out to the short season affiliates 8-0 win over the Eugene Emeralds.
Now, my head is just hurting on this.
Yes.
Because he was playing in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Which is a AAA team.
Yeah.
And then he literally goes the same day to play in it for short season. That's a major demotion.
That is a well,
I'm like, usually at least go from AAA maybe down to AA. This is like, you know.
Yeah, and he hit a pinch double, so you think that he'd stay with the team. No, you're going down. And
yeah, you're going. Jeez, man, what did someone have against this cat? Jeez.
Now this
I don't know
last
how to
story.
describe this for the layman terms. I'm like,
yeah,
you know, would this be being like an assistant manager, and then all of a sudden you're like working like a janitor? I mean,
right.
It would have to be. It would have to be, definitely. This last story is fun, and I wasn't aware of this, and definitely part of the Beer Baseball Blog Hall of Fame, a candidate. I'm gonna put him out there.
All right.
August 3rd, 2015, Mike Hessman breaks the minor league home run record with the 433rd round tripper of his nearly 19-year career. A grand slam against the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs in the Mud Hens 10-8 extra inning International League loss at Toledo's fifth third field. Can that be the name of the field?
Yeah,
fifth third
field. Yeah.
Wow, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah, you can see. I barely see where it says fifth up there, and I that does ring a bell.
Okay.
It's probably like a bank, because I've seen that before. Places like the first third bank or something like that. I'm like,
okay.
That name
Fifth?
is just confusing.
Fifth third. Okay. The 37-year-old first baseman, who played parts of 5 seasons with the Braves, Tigers, and Mets, surpasses Buzz Artlett, who established the mark in 1936 while playing for the Minneapolis Millers.
So Buzz Aldrin had the record?
Buzz Aldrin, it was a home run leader for the minor leagues and landed on the moon. Yes.
Wow.
No, Buzz Artlett.
Oh, sorry, sir. Bud Melman? I don't know. I'm going to start throwing names at you.
Larry Bud Melman. Yeah, and Mike Hessman. The first thing I person is Les Nessman from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Well, Howard Hessman, you know?
Howard Hessman, yes.
A lot of Hessman.
All right. That is a long edition of This Day in Baseball, but a fruitful
and
one.
mind you, your first slide was like not even like my era in like the 1900s or 1950s, you know?
All right, so let's get to baseball card sharks. Here are the standings. Kevin 2-1. I am 1-2. Angelo 0-3. We're actually going to expand on this. We want to bring some other people in and do this. This has been a fun game, and I actually have a new setup for this. So hopefully it works out. I'm going to cross my fingers. Here's how the baseball card shark rules go. We're actually going to spin the wheel. We're going to pick 11 cards. So there's 8 on the board, and we have 3 bench cards. And then we start, and then we go on the bottom, and there's a stipulation to it. So you make your way up the board, and then you can substitute it if you're not into it. We'll walk you through it. It's all good.
We got it.
Yeah. All right. So the request was that we do, let's see if we can do, is it this? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's do this. All right. All right. So that I'm going to switch my camera here. Oh, actually, I need to do something else. Sorry.
All right. No problem.
Bear with me right here. I'm going to remove this. Oop.
What is the hat while you're getting that set up?
All right. So I think I've worn this one. It's let me look it up. Okay. So this is the Missoula Paddleheads.
Oh yeah.
The Missoula Paddleheads are actually the who are they associated with? I don't even think they're. I don't even think. Yeah, they
might not have made the cut.
They're in the Pioneer League, or you're right. They used to be with the Diamondbacks. They used to be a Diamondbacks affiliate.
They used to be part of the Pioneer League, and I don't think that league exists anymore.
Yeah, so now it's an independent league. Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and so let me. It's so good. I mean, I love everything, all the branding that. There's a couple teams that had such like this Norwich Sea Unicorns.
Yeah.
This team had like great branding and it never came to fruition.
And hey, let me know if you're not ready. I can talk about my beer. Let me know if you're ready. If not,
yeah, go. Well, I'm setting up. Why don't you talk about your beer?
All right. So earlier, it was a pure coincidence. Funny enough, Angelo, I was like, well, you know what? I have a paperback brewing beer. I'll save it for next week. Oh, let me get this one that I got at Trader Joe's. Because this is, again, Trader Joe's. And Michael's like, oh, that's funny. I got Boulevard Brewing too. I'm like, all right, well, I tried. So this is very citrusy and fruity kind of beer. This is one of those ones where it can sneak up on you if you're not used to drinking an IPA. You know, it's brewed with pineapple, mango, and vanilla beans. I'm like, that's it, vanilla beans, but it makes for a great combination. It's really, really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to try that one.
Yeah, it's a Trader Joe's, and I like the description here. Hazier than the storm that crashed the SS Minnow, this beer is a virtual volcanic eruption of tiki flavors, a full-bodied, fruit-forward, hazy IPA teeming with tropical flavors and aroma that will transport you to sunny palm-lined beaches and luau-themed pizza parties. You want to tell the professor to re-up the coconut radio and invite all your friends.
I love it. Love it.
This is really nice. It's a really nice beer right now. One other thing, I definitely want to bring this up about Boulevard Brewing out of Kansas City. It's really unfortunate we have not found this beer yet. They actually made a beer to honor the 100th anniversary of the Negro Leagues.
Yes, and I definitely want to make mention of that.
Beer available anywhere around here. It's called Tip Your Cap. It came out around time when the baseball season started.
So if I'm not mistaken, I actually have a friend who did the branding for Boulevard Brewing.
Yeah,
and he's a big George Brett fan. I've wanted to bring him on, so we might have to have a Beer Baseball blog interview series with him. But I'll definitely keep you up on that. I actually wanted to address a question that actually Ian had. Do you buy the minor league hats for your team's parks you've been to, or do you buy the ones online? I do both, actually. When we were going to stadiums, one of my things, and it's funny because I haven't been asked this question a lot, but this is something I do at every ballpark I go to. I usually get a baseball because they have very unique baseballs, and I have a great collection on that. I should actually just do a video on all the baseballs that I've got around the country. But I get a baseball, and I always try to get a hat because whenever I do the videos, I like wearing the hats and stuff like that. But then when I see like really great, the Hat Club has a lot of great stuff. There's other ones that have releases that are kind of timely. So I definitely go in. But then we've been really supportive during COVID about minor league baseball, getting different hats and different merchandise. So this was one of them. I'm like, I have to have one of these Missoula paddleheads because that's going to make for great fodder down the road. But yeah, I do a little bit of both for them. I think we both do them because even like this is when Kevin went to Akron, he got me this shirt.
I got because I usually ask you, what do you want? And then it turned out once I found about the baseball thing, if I go to a park, I'll usually grab you a baseball. And I used to hate wearing caps. I'm like, I just rather buy myself be a hat person. And now all of a sudden I'm like, shoot, I should have got hats at all these ballparks. I'm doing that more now. I mean, a couple of things I have, like, Angelo gave me the Nashville one and it's like that. So now most of the ones I have, I think are probably gifts or stuff I finally have gotten at minor leagues. Because whenever I go to minor league, I want to support them. I gotta
absolutely. Speaking of that, I actually, this is a good. Go ahead, Angelo. I want Angelo to go, and then I'll.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that regardless of what stadium I visit, whether it's a minor league or a major league, I always buy a hat just to, add to my collection and commemorate my visit to the stadium or the ballpark. So
I almost bit my lip when I saw you wearing a Quakes hat. I'm like, What are you wearing a Quakes hat for? And I'm like, the Dodgers silly. I'm like,
But I have a Yankees hat, and that makes you so mad. I have a Boston hat that makes you mad. But Angelo,
I don't mind buying the minor league version of them. You know what I mean?
right? Exactly, like the Staten Island Yankees and all that stuff. Angelo, this is a good time for you to open your gift.
Okay.
I actually got Angelo a gift, and it took this long to get here, and this goes along with what we're talking about. So please,
perfect.
Angelo, enjoy.
I'm excited to open this belated birthday gift, Michael. I appreciate it. And I certainly am sure this is going to be worth the two-month wait.
Yes, trust me, it was.
Oh, I love it.
Is that? Oh, that's
Salt Lake Bees.
The Salt Lake Bees, Mike Trout shirt. Mike, this is amazing, dude. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And actually, it was so delayed. Like I was like, I actually got the wrong size that sent to me, and then I had to send it back, and then they finally got this to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is an endurance test. But in the minor league spirit, there you go.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's funny because I was looking at this the other day. That it's number 23. You know, he wore number 23 for the Bees, and obviously now in infamy the 27. But this is great. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. And actually, it looks like the Pittsburgh Pirates, like the way that
A
the
little bit.
lettering is and everything.
The back and the font, yes, for sure. But I love it. Thank you.
My pleasure. And yeah, so that's how we support the minor leagues, because it's all like fun, and it's all the stuff that anybody can get, like a Angels jersey, right? Or an Angels Mike Trout jersey or whatever, Ohtani, but like a Salt Lake Bees Trout.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I was telling Michael, I was in New York City at Citi Field, and I saw a shirt like that, but yours is even cooler. Like I saw this Trout 23, I'm like, what is that? And I had to ask the guys, like, oh, it's a Salt Lake Beach shirt. I'm like, that's really cool they did that. But the one you have is even better version of it. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so let's.
Yeah, now we got to hurry.
Yeah.
Already an hour in.
Hopefully the sound comes up on this. I don't know. We're going to do it. Well, let's just do it fast. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. There's a lot of stuff on the board. Can you hear it or no?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
It's all right.
Doesn't matter.
What do we got?
Ooh, 91.
91 baseball.
Batting
Okay, so
average.
we're doing position. We're doing batting average.
All right. And
So
this is career batting average, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Career batting average. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to throw it here. There we go.
Hey.
I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to stop that screen. I'm going to switch this around. Hopefully this works. Yay!
All right.
All right. So
who's going first?
So let's go with Angelo first. We're going to do Angelo first. So we're looking for 11 cards. We actually have Wax Packs 1991. So there's 15 in here. So I think I only need one, but we're looking for position players on this one. We're going to do the batting average. So career batting average.
Gosh,
I am
look at
not
that
going to
gum.
eat the gum.
Oh, that gum I just see it just protruding out of it.
Oh,
Where's the gum stain?
okay. I'm not going to show it because I'm going to show you the back of it.
The back of the card is actually
can't.
Yeah.
the
I know,
same
but you
color.
can't show the stain. It's gonna give away. It might give away the stat there.
Okay. So here we go.
Who we got?
So instant
Oh,
winner.
you win! What can you win, Angelo?
All right, here we go. So your first one is a catcher, Joe Oliver. So that is first right there. Pitcher, Kurt Young. So that goes out.
Unfortunately, don't get him.
Outfielder, Eric Davis.
Oh, you have Reds facing off right away. All right.
Got a pitcher, Bill Long.
No idea. I've never heard of that guy.
This is cool.
He didn't have a long career.
This is a insert. It's a record breaker 1990. This is Ryan Sandberg, I believe.
I believe
yes.
so. Yeah.
Oh, throwing error concludes a streak of 123 by Ryan Sandberg.
Okay.
Pitcher Jeff Brantley.
Wait. Can I see that picture again?
Yeah,
Where's the ball going?
exactly.
Like, what kind of picture is that?
It's going in the dugout, I think.
That's like literally his wrist is down, but the ball's like way up there. Like, whoa.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Look at this. This is a Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett.
Oh, wow. All right.
So
Looks like he's getting ready to get the scuffed ball from Joe Niekro.
that's right. Pitcher Dave Stewart.
Oh,
That's a great one.
you know, pitching. That's a great pitcher too. Great pitcher. Ever great pitcher.
I have never heard of this player, and I'm a Cardinal fan. This is Craig Wilson, who's juggling.
Yeah, he's juggling.
All right, so there you go.
Michael, did he ever juggle opening for Duran Duran?
He did not.
Okay.
He did not.
Quick
Quick summation. I saw Duran Duran in 1984. Opening band? No. A juggler? Yes. All right. Joe Orsulak, outfielder. So we put that in that position.
Yeah, with the Orioles. I remember he played with the Pirates as well. All right, what do you got next?
Angels. Kent Anderson, not Ken Anderson,
yeah.
not Mr. Anderson.
Nope.
So he goes right there. Brooke Jacoby.
Oh, Brooke Jacoby. Yeah, longtime third baseman with the Indians. There you go.
That's a cool one of Roger Clemens.
Oh, that's a nice
good
card.
Yeah.
That's a super cool card. So this is a good pack. And then second baseman, Manny Lee.
Manny Lee.
Okay.
All right. What's his bench?
Oh, and on your bench, soon to be
Mike
Angels manager and Olympic manager, Mike Scioscia. So he's on your bench. I need to open up another pack. So we need 2 bench players. So I'm going to go quickly. Okay, Rick Honeycutt. No, you're out. Record breaker. No, you're out.
Gosh, 2 record breakers.
Mark Davis. No, you're out. Dave Clark of the Dave Clark 5.
Oh, wow. He aged really well.
Yes, he's on your bench. Ken Patton. No, you are out.
And Patterson didn't even make it. Oh, no.
And John Russell. He is the last on your bench.
Gosh, look at that. You had 2 catchers on your bench. Jeez.
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
get that thinking cap on.
All right, here we go. So career batting average. We're going to go with Joe Oliver starting out. Career batting average is 243. 243. So is Eric Davis on this card, is he higher or lower than 243?
Man, that's tough because Joe Oliver looks like he has what is that 8-9 seasons listed on the back of that card.
Actually, the only 2. He was that was a lot of minor league.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of minor leagues on there.
This is a young and spry Eric Davis. I'm gonna go with higher.
Okay.
I think that's a good guess.
And in the chat, we have 2, Mr. Biggs and Cowboy Jack Durango say higher. So,
Let's see
and
what
you
we
would
got.
be good with 272.
There you
Nicely
go.
done.
All right.
Point on the board. Now this is
So
going to be
this is a toughie,
tough.
though.
This is going to be a tough one. So Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett. Is he higher or lower than 272? You can go to your bench.
I'm gonna go higher with this one,
All right.
and not go to the bench.
All right.
All right.
Not going to the bench.
This could be close. I mean,
Yeah.
this is right at the start of Kirby's peak. So let's see what happens here.
Everybody's saying higher.
I'm gonna say around two.
Mr.
I
Biggs
saw
says
one
low.
lower actually from Mr. Biggs.
Yeah,
Let's see what we
Mr.
got.
Biggs says lower. He could be the person that jinxes this whole thing. All right.
What we got?
Higher than 272? 320. Nicely
Wow.
done.
Whoa! I didn't know he was already that high.
320.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize he started off that much of a perennial player here.
Nicely done, Angelo.
Uh-oh, this could be tough.
So is the juggler? Is he higher or lower than 320?
I'm gonna go lower.
What if he has 2 at bats and he batted 500?
This could happen.
That could definitely happen. But I'll
This
go
could
lower.
totally happen. So
Sorry.
but he is going to go
That'd be the
lower.
Kingpin.
Everybody's saying it in the lower.
Lower.
And you would be correct at 248. Nicely done.
Ooh.
3 points on the board.
All right.
This has moved up to
And it's
that
the best.
position.
It's the highest I think Angelo's made it so far. Good,
Yes.
good.
Okay, so 248 is the career. We're going to go with outfielder Joe Orsulak.
Ooh, this is
with
a
the
good one.
Orioles here. And this is going to be a tough one too. You can go to your bench. So 248.
Where are we at with Wilson? What was it?
This is 248.
248. And I mean, I'm not gonna. I know he's played a few years at this point. I know that.
Yeah.
I believe he has. He's a few years into his
I don't
career.
think going with Socha is going to make it any easier at this point. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than 248. All right, here we go. 248.
Close.
Oh, it's higher. 270. 276.
270. Wow.
Where's Socha at?
So Socha, let's see what we got here.
Socha's probably around 250.
262.
262.
Yeah,
wow.
it wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It might have made it a little bit easier, but
You know, to be fair, I would have said the same thing. Joe Orsulak was actually a good hitter, but I don't remember him being this good of a hitter. Actually,
I was thinking around that because I'm like, he's been playing for 5 to 6 years. You don't bat like 250 and being an outfielder, you know.
yeah,
But
So
hey, you got pretty far there. You made it the second row.
yeah, you did really good, Angelo. That was really good, and thank you for everybody in the chat saying the same thing.
Yeah,
All right,
All right, who's
Kevin,
up
you were up.
I'm up. All right, what do you got
You're
for
up.
me?
Let's
Bring
see
it
what
on.
we got.
I'd chew that gum for you if I could.
I've already done my time with the gum, so like I'll save it for you if you still want to eat it.
It's okay, sir. I mean in the spirit of the show.
All right, here we go. Here's the
got
cards. We got Mike York,
But no.
Rob Dibble,
Dibble, yeah, nasty boy.
now one of the nasty boys.
Oh,
for
look at my
sure.
first card coming up here.
Wow,
There we
Frank
go.
Thomas. That's a
That might
great
be
card.
rookie, actually.
That might be.
That might be a rookie card.
That's a really nice card. I'm gonna keep
Yep.
that right
There you go.
there.
Good job.
Dave Schmidt, not in the mix. Uh-oh.
Steve Lyons.
Steve
Oh my
Lyons.
God.
Another, we have to find this footage
That clip.
of him. Yeah, that's a good one. Steve Lyons. Very good. Mike Moore, not in the mix. Wow, this is Bill Baith.
Okay.
All right, I'll take your word
catcher.
for it. Lance Johnson.
Lance Johnson, all right. I got
Okay.
3. I got like all the White Sox here. All right. Omar Vizquel, all right.
Yeah. Hall of Fame candidate, but not a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Les Lancaster, not
Definitely
in the mix.
not on the Hall of Fame ballot.
Wow. Definitely
Jamie
a
Moyer.
Beer Baseball blog Hall of Famer, Jamie Moyer. Don Robinson.
Jeez, I'm getting all the pictures now.
I know. Alejandro Pena. Yeah.
Hey, from last week, he was on the show. I think he was in the
Yep.
game last week.
Gino Petrelli. There
You go.
is-
Get my catch.
Ah, look at this. Don Zimmer. That's an awesome one. I didn't know they had manager cards in here. So let's go to pack number 2.
All right, I'm ready.
Wow. There's actually a good card in here. I hope I'm going to see if I can pull it for
Look at
you.
all that gum. Say it for Jack.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Terry Pendleton,
All right.
third baseman. That rounds out your second row. Andy McGaffigan.
Okay.
Joe Klink. Can you imagine being a pitcher named Joe Klink?
I was hoping to be Eric Kerplunk.
Yes. Daryl Boston. So that goes on top.
All right.
On your
Who's on my
bench is
bench?
Mickey Tettleton.
Fruit Loops. Is that Chris Hoyles? Darn, who was Fruit Loops? I can't
I remember him
who
playing
was
for the
called.
Mets. Yeah, so that's
I can't
on your
remember
bench.
which one of those 2 were Fruit Loops.
Oh, look at that one.
Vince
Vince Coleman. That's an awesome one.
Hey, get your beers ready. Finally, our
Get your
first
beers
brewer.
ready. Finally, a brewer. Teddy Higuera.
Looking more swelt, sort of say, than last time we saw a card of his.
Bobby Thigpen.
There you go.
That's a good one. And, wow, Mike
God, all these
Boddicker.
pictures. Jeez, I just need one more
Mike-
batter. Come on.
Mike Dunn. Chris Carpenter, not the good Cardinals Chris
Nope.
Carpenter, but and then Ernie Riles.
Ernie Riles.
So that's your
right
bench.
on my bench.
Oh, look at this. Sammy Sosa,
Wow, that's an early card of his. That might be a rookie. I don't know.
Alfredo Griffin, and Sid Bream.
Sid Bream.
Sid
All
Bream,
right.
who beat out Barry Bonds 1992.
Yep.
He outran his throw. All right. So let's start with Frank Thomas. We're going to go with the
I'm just curious
batting
what
average.
average is here.
Wow, 330.
Wow, that might be his rookie season. Boy, I would
is.
have to say Steve Lyons is definitely lower than 330.
Yep. Frank Thomas, rookie. Steve Lyons, is he higher or lower than 320?
Let's get through this. Come on. I'll be surprised if he bats 230.
Wow. Actually higher than I expected, 256.
All right. 256. Solid number there.
256.
All right.
So you got one on the board.
Who we have here?
So Bill Baith.
Oh, jeez. And who, Mike? Oh,
I have no idea. I don't remember him at all.
I
can
guess
go to
I'll
your
just say
bench.
lower.
Going
I know,
lower,
but I don't know how much of a difference.
lower
Who's my
than
bench player
250.
there? Who's that giant? Ernie Riles? Oh, good
Ernie
gosh.
Riles, you got
That'd be a
Vince
similar
Coleman.
number here.
You got Vince Coleman, and you got Mickey Tettleton.
Wow, I like that bench, but
Everybody
I
saying
think
lower.
it's you know what? All right? You know what? Let's go to the bench. Why not? Let's see what we got on the bench.
Okay, so who do you want? Who do you want to go with?
Let's go. Let's go with Vince, man. Let's get Vince on
Okay,
there.
Vince Coleman replaces
Let's see what
Steve
his average is.
Lyons.
Got to be better than 250.
It is 265.
Well, that didn't help out much, but I'll take the extra 10 points and go lower.
All right, nicely done.
Let's say 220.
213.
213. Oh my god.
213. Nice move. Okay.
All right.
All right, Lance Johnson. This might be an interesting thing.
No, he's higher. I think he's around 260, 270.
Wow.
He's an outfielder, man. I'm telling you. He was pretty solid for a few years.
Higher than 213. You got 270. So
There you
you
go.
make it to the second round.
All right. What do you got for me here?
So Omar Vizquel.
Oh, this is tough.
This is going to be a tough one.
Wow, this is a tough one. Because I don't think the bench is going to be much different than 270. Gosh, this is tough. Let's get
You got Tettleton and Riles on the bench.
I know. Either way, gosh, Vizquel is such a wild card here because I don't know how young he is. Let's get let's try Tettleton. Let's see what the difference is with Tettleton.
All right. So we're going to put this here. He replaces Lance Johnson. So your new number is 236.
That's good. That's a good call on my part then. Good.
Yep.
Let's go higher. Now I'm just
Omar
interested in
Vizquel is higher than
270.
236. 231.
Wow. Wow. Boy, we're all stunned on that one.
Wow.
We're all stunned on that one.
All right. So,
Wow. Yeah, I think Angelo and I got the exact same spot. Right, Angelo?
Yeah, same
Yeah,
spot.
Angelo and I are tied right now.
Well,
All right, Michael, you want me to assist you with yours? How do you want to do it?
while Michael resets, we have I know we have If Sports Cards watching out there, so he has a new video he posts each and every week with the top 10 polls of the week. Ian, I sent you an email with a submission to be included in that top 10 polls of the week. So hopefully my submission was good enough for that if you hadn't seen that email. I'd also sent you a note asking for Nikki's t-shirt size in men's shirts. So if you could get that back to me, that'd be great. So,
all right. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. Definitely want to support If Sports Cards. Ian's been really great to us. All right, so here we go. This is my polls. Let's see what I get. I'll try to go.
Michael's goal is to get past the first card of the second round.
Yes,
for the win.
Absolutely. All right.
Let's see what you got here.
Get your beers ready. Got some Mike Felder.
Mike Felder. All right.
Second baseman Mike Sharpison.
Yep, Mike Sharpison. Yep.
Dave Valley.
Well, you got all the position players. Wally World.
I do. Wally World. Wally Joyner. Wow.
That's
What's
awesome.
going-
That's
what's he-
such an interesting card too.
I don't know
It
what
is.
he's going
Because
for
look how
there.
empty the stands are. Number one,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
he's
two, it's
taking he's a cutoff right now. You can't
Right.
tell me he's not a cutoff man right now.
oh for sure, 100%.
Junior Ortiz.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's not
Oh.
a wrestler?
I actually know that because he was a giant, Mike Eldreddy, and actually he's a coach.
Yeah.
I forgot who's.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
a,
he had a pretty good career between the
I
Giants
think
and
he
the
was
Expos.
he was. Yeah. Oh, look at this,
Oh,
Ricky
Ricky.
Henderson.
That's a beautiful
Alright.
card too.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
look at that
nice.
I like the next card. Look at Milt.
Milt Thompson. Wow,
Look
look
at
at
that.
that.
Good
What, are you
limbo.
kidding me? Wow, how
He's
low?
trying to-
That's photo they can give the guy.
Hey, he got a little bit of chin music on that one, I think.
Yep.
How low can you go? All right, so that's my last one. Bernard Gilkey. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
He's on my bench.
And he was on
Alan-
the Cardinals bench too, unfortunately.
Yeah, Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. I don't think that counts because
Nope.
it's an
Oh, but
injury.
you got another.
Oh wow,
you
and I got
got
Alan Trammell right there. Nicely done. Wow, Hall of Famer and Luis Quinones to
There you
round out
go.
my bench. Matt Williams,
All-star. All right.
Marquise Grissom,
Oh, that would have been good for your team.
and Larry Anderson.
Larry
Nice.
Anderson wasn't good for any team. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Larry had a good long career, actually. I shouldn't say that.
All right, so I'm going to start out with my card 247. Ooh, this is oh my god.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Wow.
like I don't know, Michael.
Wow, I'm actually going to replace this with Luis Quinones.
Wow, that might be a wash.
It might be, but I figured I'm trying to go low.
How low can you go?
228. Okay,
Oh,
so that's
there
much,
you go. You went lower.
much
Good
better.
job.
Much better.
Good job.
So I remember Mike Sharpison having some speed.
Yes.
So 228. I'm going to go higher.
All right.
Anybody else in the chat? You with me on
I
this
think
one?
you're correct.
Okay,
I think
so
you're right,
higher.
too.
I'll say around 257.
Wow, 276. Actually,
Wow.
way
Yeah.
higher than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so we have a second baseman compared to a catcher, Dave Valley.
Oh, God, this is tough.
Definitely going to go lower.
Yeah.
I'm going to go lower on the Dave
He's
Valley.
probably around 255.
230.
236.
236. Ooh. Jeez.
Okay.
Michael's on the roll here.
Okay. Got Wally World,
Yep.
and obviously a great hitter, first baseman for the Angels. I'm definitely going higher. Definitely going higher on this one. Yeah.
All right.
Ian says lower on the catcher for sure. I'm probably running a little fast here.
That's all right.
286, definitely higher.
Ooh, wow. I didn't think it was
Yeah,
going to be that high.
286.
I didn't know it was
This is
going
Wally
to be
at the
that.
end.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so 3 points right there.
This is for the win, Michael.
Yes, Junior Ortiz.
Yes,
Is he
win.
lower than 286? Will this get the win?
No, he would have to go through the whole
Jeez.
row.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm definitely going lower on Junior Ortiz
What
here.
did
the
you? I
catcher.
mean, this is where I lost. I thought.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
you're
he would
fine
have to-
here.
yeah, he would have to go all the way through to get the win.
Oh, he has to go the gauntlet. Okay, because I thought we had the same amount of points. Oh, he has to finish the row.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
the row, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
lower 260. Ooh, 268. That's higher than I expected.
Wow,
that is
was
way
close to
higher than I
1,000.
expected.
Yeah,
Wow.
268. Ooh, this is tough. 268.
Against who?
Mike
Against Mike
Eldreddy.
Eldreddy.
Oof.
All right.
This is
But again, I mean, Trammell's going to be a really good number.
and I got Ricky Henderson right here. So it's like
Yeah, I know. See, yeah.
and Bernard Gilkey was known for speed too. So wow.
But again, that's a young Bernard Gilkey, I think.
I'm gonna this might be controversial. I'm gonna go lower with Mike Eldreddy.
Wow. I would not. I'd say I don't think so, but I think he's a little higher. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. So Mike Eldreddy, lower than 268. Moment of truth. 272.
It's tough, but I think
Three-way
it's higher.
tie. What do we do here?
Okay. So what we're going to do is this.
This is an
So we
epic
have a
moment.
three-way tie.
This is an epic moment right now.
It is an epic moment. This has been fun.
We all worked hard to get here too. It was battle.
Okay. So I have my cards. The first one with Angelo. He has all his cards. Then we got Kevin's cards. Angelo, I want you to pick a number. Between, how many cards do you think we have? Like 30 cards?
We have 30. You have 15.
Pick a number.
Three.
3. 1, 2, 3. Matt Sinatra is your card. Kevin, pick a number.
7.
7.
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gino Petrali is your card.
All right, Dino. And you have 15 there.
I'm going to
I
pick
believe.
lucky number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Milt Thompson in the limbo.
Oh, how low can you go?
All right.
How low can you go?
So let's all decide. High card or low card wins?
Kevin, you're in the lead.
I think it's unfair because I think Milt Thompson's the lowest because look how low he is.
Touche. Kev, you're in the lead. You picked.
All right, let's go low card. I'll go for
Low
it. I'll
card.
take the bait.
Low card.
Yes.
Okay, so Angelo, your number is 709. Kevin, low number 78. Are you
Oh,
serious?
Dino's calling.
Come on, you're already low. Get lower. Milt, get lower. Yeah!
Ah,
How low can you go?
I freaking
How
called
low
it. I said,
can
watch,
you
he's
go?
gonna win. He's the low
Okay.
card for sure. I should have went with my instincts.
That is
So
2
good.
walk-off wins, by the way.
Good job. Oh, I'm blown up.
Wow.
That blew me up.
That was fun. That was fun.
Michael
Okay.
Wing on all these technicalities. I love it.
Yeah, on the technical what? Something?
He won 2 tiebreakers so
All right.
far. That's good.
That was fun. Okay, so let me
Yeah. Now we got what? Now enlighten us with some trivia.
yes. All right, let's end it out with some trivia. That was super fun. All right, let me switch this back. How low can you go?
Sorry, Jack. Wow, I lost. Wow.
Yeah, Kevin could have picked the highest, and Angelo would have been the winner. All right, here we go. So let me.
Yeah, I lost no matter what, so whatever. I should have said the middle of the 3. I could have said that, right?
No.
That's. Yeah, you could have. You could have. That's a variable that I would have never, definitely never
I
picked. All right, so let's.
I
pick
didn't think of it
the-
until now. I was trying to think of what, like, oh, I can win this.
Yeah,
Just like
I mean
that.
this is all a discovery period, right?
You know, it's second best. You know what? Second best is still, the first worst. First
Yes.
of the worst.
All right, so let's end out with
Oh,
some
wow.
trivia.
Oh, let's see.
Who is the all-time stolen base leader for the Baltimore Orioles? Your guesses are Brady Anderson, George Sisler, Al Bunbury, or Cal Ripken Jr. Now remember that the Orioles actually have a storied career. They did not start in Baltimore. They were actually in St. Louis as the Browns. And how about this? They go back to the Milwaukee Brewers, I believe, in 1901.
Wow.
You know, the name that popped in my head is on this list.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
So
I mean, I instantly thought Mickey Telton, going back to his card from earlier, because he was definitely a speed demon behind the plate, obviously. I'm sorry.
yeah. And then this could be perceived as a questionable guess, but this was the first person that popped in my mind, and I've learned to never go against my gut. So I'm going to go with one Brady Anderson.
Ooh.
When I saw the list, I was like, that's most likely who I think it is. I mean,
But
George Sisler was playing in the era when stolen bases weren't really much of a thing. Ripken just has obviously the longevity factor.
yeah, but Mike's comment would potentially lead me to believe that it could be Sisler or Bunbury, but I'm going to go with my gut to Brady Anderson.
Yeah, Bunbury played in like the 70s and early 80s, I want to say, but I don't know if you would have it. At least until Brady Anderson all of a sudden could hit 50 home runs in a season, he was a pretty good runner. I don't know how that would happen, Michael. How could someone all of a sudden go from being a leadoff hitter to hitting 50 home runs? What enhancements are out there?
There's especially when he played, there was really nothing, right?
Well, when the team is with Rafael Palmeiro, who was clean. So you know what? It's Brady Anderson.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
I did not take steroids.
Well, you know
never,
what? You're telling the
ever
truth, Michael Mondragon, but Rafael Palmeiro wasn't telling the truth.
Except for those a couple times when I did take steroids.
What?
That's what he should have said.
Oh, yeah.
Rafael Palmeiro, poor guy.
Oh, wow.
Try-
Brady Anderson. I'll agree with Mr. Trinidad.
Wow. Okay, everybody going with Brady Anderson. The chat's going with Cal Ripken Jr.
It's
It
not
could be
Cal.
him. You got longevity.
Chad M.
He has longevity, but how many of those years was he known for his speed?
I mean, if he steals 10 bases a year for 15 years, that's 150 stolen bases. I mean,
By the way, Yadier Molina.
I think Brady Anderson has way more than that.
I think Yadier Molina leads the Cardinals. He's up there with stolen bases. He had a stolen
excuse
base
me.
a couple days ago.
But
Wait.
that I can buy.
so
I can
he's
believe
only
that.
about 500 behind Lou Brock.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
He leads a team this year, probably.
Oh, I thought you meant
This
the
year.
career
Not all
rankings.
time.
I'm like, excuse me, sir.
Cowboy Jack going with George the Sissy Sisler. Wow. Wow. Okay. So
That's
the
like our longest
answer.
show ever. What do you got?
So both going with Brady Anderson. Very interesting. The answer is George the
It is,
Sissy
Steve.
Sisler
Should have known.
with
Could not fall for your
351.
Good job,
Brady
Jack.
Anderson.
Not a bald man. Yeah, we know, Jack.
Brady Anderson in second place with 307. Brian Roberts, 278. Al Bunbury, 252. Are you ready for this? I threw a red herring in there. I made everybody think that Cal Ripken Jr. was a speed merchant.
Nope.
He's not even on the top 10.
Wow. I thought maybe it might have been because all he would have to do is steal 10 bases a year for 15 years, and he could have maybe had it,
Yeah. And they have a long and storied history. I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah, I figured that was coming from Jack, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, you know what I mean?
Well, he's hammered.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's their history is pretty long. So I was surprised that it was actually not higher than 351, but that's pretty.
He might have been like the stolen base leader around this time period, like all time. Because stolen base wasn't really much of a thing then. Like even Ty Cobb maybe?
Yeah. I mean, and the 5 through I think it's 11. Let's see. No. 5 through 10.
Is it a who's who or a who?
There's a couple who's. Bert Schotten, Jimmy Austin, Del Pratt, Paul Blair. Paul Blair was a good player.
Call me a Pratt? Gosh, come on.
Luis Aparicio and Mark Belanger.
Mark Belanger, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so 166. All right, so on to that. Let's go to who is the all-time leader for wins? for the Oakland Athletics.
That's tough. A lot of history here too.
Yeah, a lot of history here.
Gosh, a lot of history here.
We got Catfish Hunter, Lefty Grove, Vida Blue, or Eddie Plank. There's some big names here.
Again, the name that I had in my mind is on this list.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which I think I know.
So I'm gonna go with Catfish Hunter.
Oh, okay.
That's a great
when
guess.
you said you knew, I was thinking it was gonna be someone else. All right. I'm down to two names.
I will say when the list popped up, it's like, oh, it made me immediately question that. But again, I'm gonna go with my gut here and go with Catfish.
Yeah, there is one thing about Catfish because he did play at the Yankees a while too. So that's the reason why I was like, he got a lot of wins, but I don't know how many of them were with the Yankees and how many were with the A's. Like I thought originally you were thinking of Vida because Vida played for a while with them.
He played with the Giants as well, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm looking which of the bear. I'm gonna go with Eddie Plank. So Lefty Grove has a lot of wins as well, but I don't know. I have a gut feeling about Eddie Plank because I think he was definitely an athletic for a while.
Okay. So we got some Ian going with Vida Blue, Bubble Pug going with Left Grove. like it.
Lefty Grove.
Not on the board, but Chad M going with Easy Dave Stewart. And Cowboy Jack going with Living La Vida LA. What?
Living La Vida Blue.
All right. Very good.
Sorry, I hope I don't get.
Cowboy Jack is a big Ricky Martin fan, for those of you who don't know. And a big Hootie and the Blowfish fan. Don't hold that against him. All right, so Angelo going with Catfish. Kevin going with Eddie Plank. And the answer is
Plank.
Eddie Plank.
Jack, you're gonna walk the plank.
Was the other one. That was the second name I mentioned on the list that popped up that I didn't think of.
Yep.
So
Eddie Plank, 284. Lefty Grove, 195. Charles Bender, which was my name in high school, 193. Eddie Rommel, 171. Catfish Hunter, 161. He actually had a lot more wins than I thought. Rube Wahlberg, who we talked about, and Rube Waddell, 6 and 7 with 134 and 131. Vida Blue, 124. Dave Stewart, Chad M, he's in 9th place with 119. And Jack Coombs, who I'm not familiar with 115. Yeah. All right. So that is the Beer Baseball Blogcast we had for you this week. If you would like to become a supporter of our efforts, go to our Patreon page, search Beer Baseball on patreon.com. You can also support us by buying stickers, buttons, beer coasters, and our Etsy page, search Beer Baseball on Etsy. Follow us on our social media. I keep on saying this, but we're going to ramp up some of this. We're actually going to get some stuff going. And get everybody involved. Definitely check out our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. And let me go back to my guys. And Kevin, Angelo, did you guys have anything that you wanted to promote before we sign off?
Let's see. As for myself, I want to remind everybody, get your phones out, get some jokes in your life. Call Jackie the Joke Man hotline. 516-922-WINE. It's been around since I believe like 1979. Or if you're an old man like me, after we're done here right now, go to Twitch. Look up Museum Home Video on Twitch. I'm going to watch a whole bunch of old game show bloopers. That would be fun. Going on for about 2 hours right now.
Yep.
And otherwise, support your local brewery and support minor league baseball, please.
Angelo.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 66. Looking forward to seeing you guys and hanging out with you guys next Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out some of our previous video content on the Beer Baseball blog on YouTube. We just posted this past week a new episode of Beer and Break, where I opened up some 2019 Donruss baseball this past Saturday. And because NFL training camps are in full effect, I'll be opening some NFL trading cards over the next several weeks. And in addition to that, go ahead and tune into our Stadium Series Pack Wars video live from Dodger Stadium, which actually turned out to be some awesome footage and awesome content at a Major League ballpark with our largest edition of Pack Wars yet, with 8 total participants. So go ahead and give those videos a big like. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I see Caitlin in the comments, best Pack Wars ever. And Mark and Caitlin, who have been the official beer sponsors of the Beer Baseball Blogcast, were great participants in that Pack Wars, all in celebration of Big Teach 45's birthday. And go ahead and hit that bell icon for all the notifications for all the latest video content from the Beer Baseball blog. And I wouldn't be the VP of content development if I didn't push our content. So there you have it.
Yes, definitely. And I wanted to make one last mention of something before we sign off. I'm going to share this real quick. We actually have a website. It's beerbaseball.com. And you can get all of our up-to-date episodes. You can support us on Patreon. Click through Amazon. All you have to do is click, and it helps us out. I know that Kevin does this quite a bit. He buys stuff on Amazon.
Whenever I buy on Amazon, Michael knows what I'm getting, so I got to be careful what I buy now.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't monitor it that much, but yeah. Thank you for doing
that you don't.
Yeah, and then if you buy anything on Baseballism, you can get 15% for first timers. Homage is a great place. I actually will probably wear a Chris Sabo shirt that I got last time from here. I know Angelo has got some stuff from here.
My Doc Ellis shirt's from there. Right.
Doc Ellis shirt is from there. We also have, you can get craft beer sent straight to your house. For those of you 21 and older, that helps us out. This is actually a kind of an underrated thing. Rakuten, I get sent back like money every time I do this. So, we get a little bit, you get $20. It's like insane. The books that we actually talked about today, The Captain and Me and Hawk Harrelson, if you buy these, if you click on this and then buy the book, we actually get a little bit. So we actually want to get in touch with this author, Brad, and
maybe I want to talk to Ken Harrelson.
We definitely want to talk to the Hawk for sure. That'd be amazing. We have a whole bunch of other stuff on here too, but if you go to beerbaseball.com, this is where I'm trying to send more people here. That way we can just have a whole community. And that way you don't have to go to all these other different things. We have a way to get to all of our social media too, and all this other stuff too, but we put all of our stuff here. So, thank you for joining us. This has been a labor of love, and oh my God, we've gone way too long tonight, but it's been so much fun. So thank you again. We will see you next Tuesday for another Beer Baseball Blogcast, more craft beer and curveballs. And thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it. Good night, everyone. Take care.